to dictate how you're making specific aspects of the features of your face. Well, this head's big.
I'm not a very good
Okay.
videographer.
I do need a. Oh, here we go.
I still need to go to the bathroom.
All right, I need for everybody to not talk, please, while I'm doing this. All right, so here's the pinch pot we've got for the face. Also, if you look up here and you've made a pinch pot that is this shallow, right? It's just a really narrow pinch pot. You need to add more clay onto it so it's an actual like bowl, so that when you go to hook this onto your neck, it still comes out into space. If it's super flat, we're not going to have anything to build onto. So we're going to slip score stitch this to the neck ring that you've made. Hopefully this stays. My neck's not that dry. I should get the fan on the other side.
Vanny getting the mangles.
Thank you, Vanny. God bless you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we're going to stitch this onto the face. And remember Jonas's patented flying buttresses. Right here, we're going to add pieces.
What is that?
Sorry, guys, it's an architectural term. You wouldn't understand.
The plural is actually flying buttress.
Yeah, it probably is, huh? Is it?
I don't know.
I like to think that it has to be.
I just feel like that's so I'm gonna be disappointed if it's not.
I am too.
Someone needs to look at it. Not me, but like someone else.
Okay, so you're going to add pieces to pull the weight of this face back.
This is the love of my life. Yes, look at him. Just. I didn't say that.
I want to do facial features on, mine.
On yours. That's so generous of you.
I would not,
appreciate it.
no.
Okay. Hey, remember how we're not talking right now? I'll be done in like 10 if everybody can be quiet. All right, so we're gonna start with the eye cavities. You're gonna go maybe like a thumb width above center, okay? And you're going to drag the clay all the way out to the edges. You have to get rid of this right here, otherwise it's gonna look way freaky. When you put the eyes in, it's gonna look like there's this weird like side piece on the person's eye. So just drag all that clay out. All right, nose. We're gonna make a pyramid wedge.
Imagine still being on the shoulders. That's your hands.
Okay, have a look, please. This is what the nose is going to look like. So it's like a pyramid. It tapers on this side so that when I hook it onto the face, it's naturally going to go back where the bridge of the nose is. We're going to slip score stitch this on. You guys are. Especially if your clay is dry. Like this clay is pretty gooey. I'm trying to get it to dry out a little bit so it holds better. But if your face was made last time, you definitely need to slip score stitch your features on. You probably have enough clay from that wedge. Also, this isn't in a great spot. That's better. Are you still good, Vanny?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Okay. You should have enough from your wedge of your nose shape that you can drag some of this volume down to start forming the nostrils. But if you need to add some, by all means, throw some more clay on there.
Keep it scoopy.
Yes, the quote of the year.
Did you put it on the cool bar yet?
Not yet.
I'll put it on the
Cool, my, okay.
That's how you do it. Then send it to the library. Do you want me to help you?
Please stop talking. Remember, you're looking at your, also Mason, did it print? Just look at your phone right now. When I get done with this, I'll help you. Yeah, you're looking at your photos to dictate the shape of your nose. Nostrils we're going to make with this same tool. I like that close up.
It's a good angle.
And you're looking at the profile of your clay face next to the photos that you've printed to check to see if this septum drops down below this angle of the nostril. You're getting all of those things right. It probably does, but you should check your photo.
Nostrils are weird.
Yeah, they are. All right, there's a general nose.
Oh, you can see it. I'll try from the left. You can see it.
Oh,
Is that better?
can you see it, Vanny?
Yeah.
Is this better, you guys? It is freaky. Do you think you can see it better? Also, whatever, if you're stuck on a feature, come sit up here. It's not going to take it's not going to take that much out of your time to come see it in real life.
Plus, it'll make it look better.
Okay. All right, mouth. Remember, you're going to draw your midline. You're looking at your photos to see where that person's upper lip runs into their lower lip, and you're just going to draw the line. Also, look at this from the side. Everybody's been asking me about this. Please look up right now. Does this person have any sort of a chin at all?
Nope.
No. You need to look at your photos, and I'm going to do this in a minute, but kids are like, oh, what should I do? Look at my face. You need to push from the inside, and you're going to build up to add chin. Also, most of you have foreheads that are super like slopey. You can push from the inside and stretch it out. You can also add clay to the surface. But that's like the main reason I had you print a profile picture to really help you figure some of those things out as you look at it from the side. Okay, so here's our mouth line. We're gonna drag down just like a little ridge of clay. Look at it from the side, it looks freaky. We're gonna round over that ridge and push in where the chin starts. And look at this is important right here. It's just so bad. Let's try and scoot this back a little bit, that might help.
I think it helps with the light off.
I'll airdrop this video too. If I want.
Yeah, Vanny will airdrop this to you guys.
If you want it.
What a good.
I feel like it's super focused on Jonas, but is
I
it just
know.
because I'm so close to it?
I don't know. Even mine keeps focusing
back.
on people instead of.
There he is.
Okay, this is what you're paying attention to on the lips because this keeps happening. You need to keep your tool at an angle like this on the side, okay? And I'll talk about it again up here at the top. Kids are leaving their this tool flat and just rounding over this, so it looks like when you turn your lips inside out, that's what people's mouths are looking like. You have to angle this tool when you're rounding over this corner part so that your volume is here through the center. We're gonna push out any clay that we have from the inside to start forming the chin, and then we're gonna add.
Okay, Emma.
This is attempting to be close. You didn't even hear that.
What's that?
Meanwhile,
I missed it.
It's okay, you'll hear it when he listens.
Yeah, you will.
I should not. I'm never gonna finish.
So you're looking at your profile picture to kind of dictate how much clay you're gonna add for this chin. But start by pushing what you have from your pinch pot, because you might have enough to kind of get the general shape, and then you probably just need to add a little bit.
Can I this doesn't feel right. Look how much.
I'm gonna, I can't talk to you about it right now. Look how much what?
Look how much neck there is for the head.
Yeah, maybe your neck's too big.
That's what
I
I said.
cut some. Can I cut some of the neck out?
Uh-huh.
How will that work?
Okay, so we're continuing to adjust the angles on this lip where it runs into this chin form. You're looking at your photos. Also, I have this brace that I've shoved under the chin. Will you guys slide that water bucket down here? Yeah. If you're
Whoa.
If your chin keeps pulling down, thanks guys, and your body is strong enough to hold this up, you can add a little brace here until this neck kind of dries a little bit, the face dries a little bit so that it supports itself. But like mine's a little bit squishy, so it keeps pulling down. So I'm gonna throw this thing under the chin.
Who's awesome? Who's
Okay, upper lip.
hit me?
Lines from the edge of the nose to the corners of the mouth. And this is the same thing I was talking about on the bottom. Have a look at this. This angle, you need to retain this angle when you're scooping this. If you turn your tool like this and pull from here, it will look like somebody's flipping their upper lip inside out, okay? So you're going to drag from that line. Keeping it scoopy. There you go, Benny. Same thing on this side. Look, I'm keeping this same angle. That's why I drew it there. Okay, from the side we have this. We're gonna use this tool to clean up the angles. This is what I was talking to you about, Tilly. You're looking at your person's face and you're just pushing back to start making this, it's like an infinite number of planes to make like a roll, which is what a person's lips are, regardless of like how thin or how full. But you're gonna let your picture, dictate what you're doing there. But you just push with this tool to get those planes correct. Also, if your face is getting flat, remember you're gonna push at the corners of the mouth and push out through the center from the inside. If you can see teeth in your photo, I would start the same way, same order. I would do lower lip, upper lip, before you refine tremendously. Like you don't want concern yourself with the angles on those until you get the gesture of the mouth correct. But I would still start the same way that I just showed you how to start. So let's say this person's doing like a weird something, like some half smile something, who knows? And your pictures will help you, whatever you're looking at.
Imagine just removing some of the.
I should do word cooking or something next time.
If your side profile has teeth in it, but your front one does not, and you don't want teeth, is that okay?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, your pictures are probably not going to be from the same instance. You're just going to have to decide. This is pretty rough with no reference. Rough for me.
I mean, if you want a reference, my
You can
guys already
make
have
this
silk over
this
there.
grimace.
Yeah.
Okay, remember if you're making teeth, you're gonna make like a unitooth, like a tooth bar. I would use this tool with a hook on the back to start making that. And you're gonna wanna make sure that the shape of that is correct, of the teeth, that it's like a horseshoe shape. And you're gonna use this to flatten that. Sorry. Again, this is pretty not good. If you have a photo of what's happening, it should be a little bit easier for you, even though it's not gonna be easy, but just kind of winging this fake facial gesture is kind of weird.
That's not, this one's supposed to be like that.
I would not draw the teeth today. Like, don't draw them the same day that you make that tooth bar, because your lines are gonna be wide. Remember how when we made stamps, we kind of let them get dry before we tried to refine them? Same thing here. If your clay gets a little bit more dry, so don't do what I'm doing today, but if your clay gets more dry, like the next day, then you can go about getting your teeth lines in there, and we can carve them so it looks like actual teeth. Like, I'll show you how to do the edges on those later. So don't do that day one, but that's eventually where we'll get. Wow, this mouth is really a nightmare.
Honestly, it's not that bad in comparison to mine.
Okay, does anybody have questions about the mouth right now?
Is it fun?
This one's not, no.
Is that what you asked, Jonas?
Yikes. Okay. All right, let's move on to eyes.